What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. I hope everyone has had a really good weekend. What is so exciting about this week, guys, is we actually have the first game of NFL season this week. It is the Hall of Fame game. It is the Lions, and I'm forgetting who the other team is, but it's I know the Lions are playing versus some other team, and that is actually happening on Thursday. So I had it in my mind that the season started on the 9th, but actually the first game is going to be happening on the 30th of July, and that's coming up really right around the corner. Like I said, football season's right around the corner. If you guys don't know, we've had back-to-back years, 2023 and 2024, of going up more than 350 units in these different football seasons. And preseason is honestly a very, very profitable time. You can find a lot of great value. I normally take a lot of unders, which I'll get into as we get more into the preseason, but very, very exciting times, guys. And so far this week, if we go back this past week, little recap of the week, we went up about 33 to 34 units this week. Absolutely incredible week. Really can't ask for a better week than that. You know, if you think about it, if you did 34 unit, let's just say 33, you did 33 unit weeks for 4 weeks straight, you would be up about 135 units, which we've never had 135 units. We've gotten kind of close. We've had like 105 unit months, but never like 133 or 135, which would be if you had 4 weeks straight of the week that we just had. Like I said multiple times, we went up 25 units on Wednesday alone. So last Wednesday, a 25 unit day, huge day for us. And, I say it a lot because you got to celebrate your wins and you got to realize the importance of having major days like that, right? If you go up 25 units in one day, that literally means you could have 14 days straight, guys. Think about that, 2 weeks straight of -2 unit days. So think about little gut punch days of -2 units. And I'm obviously thinking in hypotheticals here because we're not going to lose 2 weeks straight. But just think about going down -2 units for 14 days straight. You would still be up from that one day in Wednesday, right? Because if you go up 25 units on a day, and then you go down 24 units over the span of 2 weeks, which would be -2 units for 14 days, you would still be up because of that one day. So these massive days are very important. That's why I talk about them for at least a week or two after, because these weeks, you cannot downplay the importance of them, right? So going into the weekend, really, we had an obviously amazing Wednesday. We had also another great Thursday. Friday, we had a bad day, I believe. I think it was Friday. We had a bad day, but we also hit a 4-man. So we ended up going down like 1 or 2 units because of a 4-man entry that hit for us. And the rest of the days, like kind of Saturday, Sunday, was kind of up and down. Not that much happened. I think we probably went down like 1 or 2 units. As you guys see it on the screen here, we have some wins, we have some losses. These 2 entries did win for us. This was really the only other entry that should have won. You guys see I take the unders and the overs just like I do on these other plays here. And this Angel guy only gets 5 kills. Everyone else on his team went over. Everyone else on his team gets like 12 kills, 13 kills. This team here absolutely dominated this other team. Angel just for some reason could not get it done. He got a ton of assists and he honestly played pretty well, but he only got 5 kills. If I would have took anyone else on this team, they would have went over. This team did dominate, and just sometimes you get a little bit unlucky, right? Sometimes, the correlation doesn't play out, but most of the time it definitely does. And you guys will see here, did cash these 2 here, didn't cash this one here, and then we actually had 2 setups yesterday with Call of Duty. Both of them end up going opposite correlation. So we had some correlation up here. I think, I'm getting my days confused, but I think this happened like Saturday morning early, or maybe Sunday morning early, and then same thing here, Sunday morning early. And these were 2 Call of Duty games that ended up happening yesterday, and both of them go opposite correlation. So we needed short games, and we also needed the other team to win, and pretty much the opposite of that happened. So again, if you know about correlation, if you know about this channel, I take things that go green or red together. So we had at the top here go green, and then at the top here go green, but that second part of the entry unfortunately did go red. Here's another example of a entry going red where I took LLL to go under, I took VKS to go over, and what ended up happening is LLL actually ended up winning both games. So they end up going and getting a lot of kills, and VKS does not get that many kills. So I talk about that every day. Unfortunately, YouTube play of the day did miss 2, and this was FBI to go over 6.5. He did bump to 7 by game time. So again, we take correlation and we take closing line value, right? That's not going to change just because FBI got three kills. The reason why I took FBI over is because I thought 100 Thieves and Team Liquid were very, very similar teams, similar kind of skill level. What ended up happening is Team Liquid did end up winning 2 of those games. So the TL team did sweep 100 Thieves, and because they swept them, 100 Thieves obviously did not win one game at all. They lost both games, so FBI underperformed because he was on the losing team, right? That's how League of Legends works. The winning team's going to get a ton of kills. The losing team is not going to get many kills, right? That's the strategy for League of Legends. that is how we make so much money. I truly think I'm one of the best League of Legends bettors on the internet, if not the best League of Legends bettor on the internet. Since May 1st, guys, we're up 142 units. So like I said, Saturday, Sunday, we probably went down like 6 units or something. Like I made my video on, I think it was like Friday. Like I said, I'm getting these days confused, but we were at all-time highs pretty much. So can't really complain about being at all-time highs. We are like 8, maybe 7 or 8 units down from all-time highs. But again, you guys see there's ups and downs in this game, right? Normally when we are at all-time highs, after a week straight of hitting 4-mans, probably going to go down a little bit, right? Those 4-mans are eventually going to stop hitting, and the streak is eventually going to end. But again, this week, and going through the preseason, guys, we're going to have much more where that came from. Here's how the week went. Obviously, I just updated these about 5 minutes ago. You will see we went 7 days straight of hitting 4-mans, going up. Every single time you see these kind of jumps up were some of these 4-mans. As you see, some of these 4-mans brought us back to even. Some of these 4-mans then brought us back to new all-time highs every time they push, right? So these 4-mans are massive for us. And you guys will see here, these are a lot of the 4-mans we did hit. So because it's Monday, it's going to be a slower day. That's why I'm kind of recapping some of this stuff. Only look for maybe like 5 or 6 entries today. Sunday, Monday is very slow for us. And then Tuesdays, we kind of ramp up with some discounts. And then really Wednesday through Saturday are our big days where we are normally hitting a lot of entries then. So as you guys know, we win long term. Also, this is last year. This is like 3,000 bets that I took. And really the purpose of this is just to show you guys, we have not just had a couple of, lucky days or a couple of lucky months. This is really like 3 months now. So 3 months is really, a lot of data, right? This is like 600 bets, but we don't just have a couple lucky months or a couple lucky days. You guys will see that we've pretty much done this. We did this all last year, and we went up 600 units doing so, over 3,000 bets. So you really cannot fake 3,000 bets. I also have like 400 videos on this channel you guys can go look back at, and I pretty much go over these graphs every single day, and you will slowly see these climb over time because we have a winning system, which is called correlation, all right? So let's get into the plays for the day here. We have 2 plays right here. We have WNBA and we have League of Legends. If you guys do not know, I'm limited on PrizePicks because they do not want to take my money anymore. They pretty much say, we know you're a winning sports bettor. We don't want you playing on our platform anymore, so we're going to limit you, which really sucks. But, it's kind of the unlucky thing about, being doing this so long is, eventually PrizePicks will shut you down. And there's some other apps that you can actually sign up for and get some of these similar plays on, mostly Chalkboard, right? Chalkboard actually has really, really good lines. There's actually a lot to play on Chalkboard. And I wish most people use Chalkboard because Chalkboard actually has better payouts than PrizePicks, which I'll actually be getting to later. But you guys will see I have a WNBA play, Marina Mayberry to go under 13.5 points. And then I have Care to go under 12 assists in League of Legends. Really like this Care play, really like this, and I also like this Mayberry play here. The main reason why I'm taking Care is because it is FPX versus IG. As I said earlier in the video, the winning team in League of Legends will get more kills, the losing team will get less kills. So this team he is facing, IG, is probably like a top 7 or 8 team in the world. FPX is maybe like a top 20 team in the world. IG is minus 170. So if you know anything about sportsbooks odds, minus 170 is like probably like a 70% chance of happening or something, maybe like 65. They have like a 65% chance according to sportsbooks, all right? So this is not according to me. This is according to sportsbooks that are, $1 million books, $1 billion books, right? Bovada and Pinnacle and stuff like that. They're minus 170 to sweep FPX. So this guy's team is going to likely get swept. They have about a 65% chance of getting swept. And again, if you're losing games, you're not going to get many kills or assists. You will also see his averages. So if you look over his wins and his losses in the past 10, 20 games, whatever it is, he only averages 4.7 assists per game. So if you times that by 2, that would mean 9.5. So his average is like 2 to 3 assists lower, even in wins and losses. If you just look at losses, his average drops down even more to 4.2. So if they get 2-0'd, again, which is like a 65% chance of happening, which just right there is a really good chance to hit on PrizePicks. But again, even if a 1-1 happens, he'll still likely go under this because you'll see his averages go in a game, whether it's a win or a loss, he still is averaging around 9.5 assists per game there. So that's why I'm taking Care. I think that's way too high. All right, so I'm going to take him under 12. I'd also take him under 11.5. I think that this is probably going to bump to 11, maybe even 10.5 5 by game time, but definitely take him at 12 and at 11.5. And then the second play is going to be Mayberry to go under points. And why I really like her is because if you guys look at her minutes, and let me put this in the last 10 games here, her minutes are going and falling off an absolute cliff, right? So you'll see the past 5 games, she has gone way under this, all right? She's gotten 6, she's gotten 8, 8, 7, so kind of consistent in just this like 6 to 7 range, which is crazy. And her minutes are falling on an absolute cliff. So the number one thing I always look for in basketball is minutes. The minutes, if you follow the minutes, it'll show you pretty much what they're going to do. And you guys will see that she only played 20 minutes last game. Now, she did get 15 points, but 15 points in 20 minutes is a lot, right? Is she going to be able to recreate that? Probably not. She also takes a lot of three-pointers, and you guys will see that, she definitely made some. She shot a decent bit for only playing 20 minutes, but, she plays between 20 to 25 minutes again, guys. I think there's a really, really high likelihood that she goes way under this line. I also like her under PRA for the exact same reasons. You guys will actually see she went under PRA last game for taking 20. So if you like our PRA better, that would be fine. Take her under PRA. This is good. And another reason on top of that is because she is facing one of the best defenses. All right. So you guys will see she is facing the Storm, and the Storm are second in points allowed versus guards. And if you look at overall, they're actually just second overall against guards, forwards, and centers. So she's actually playing the second best defense against points according to Outlier. So really solid defense that she's playing tonight. Also, she's probably going to get around 20 to 25 minutes, which is why I really like that there. So this is going to be the play of the day, guys. Go ahead and lock that in. If you guys do want to get into these other apps, I talked about Chalkboard a little bit. I think they have a really solid League of Legends lines that just came out about a month ago. They've been offering League of Legends lines. You guys can sign up for Chalkboard. You guys will see all of the states legal here. Arizona actually does have Chalkboard legalized, which I didn't know, but it's a little bit different, but you guys can still sign up and get credit for it. Better also has Arizona legalized. I know a lot of you guys, in Arizona are looking to get signed up, and you guys see all the states there. Same thing with NOVIG, which it seems like a lot of you guys do not have. So you guys can sign up for NOVIG. All you have to do is text me the word NOVIG to my number on the screen. My number will be in the description. It should also be a little banner down at the bottom of the screen here. And you guys also can sign up for BOVADA for actually 2 months free, which is huge. And as long as your state is right here in the red, which I think is like 35 or like 37 states out of 50, you guys can sign up for BOVADA. All you have to do is text me the word BOVADA to my number right here, and I'll get you guys signed up for BOVADA. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, super easily, and I will Venmo you $25 back for signing up for BOVADA when you do so, all right? So really easy to get into my VIP, to cash for a month, for 2 months, whatever it is. As you guys saw the last week, we're up 33 units. So if you're a $10 better, that would mean you'd be up more than $300 if you're a $10 better. If you're a $100 better, you'd be up $3,000. But yeah, go ahead and lock this in, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's have a great week. Look out for some football plays this week. Not too many because there's only one game, but really that next week, then there's going to be a full slate of preseason. It's going to be really, really fun. And yeah, we're pretty much back in the full swing of things in this next couple of weeks here. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.